Hey everybody, this is Erica with Good Game Media. Today we're going to be reviewing another one of the Halo Reach Play Arts Kai figures, and as you can see, we are going to be taking a look at Noble 6. So first impressions of this figure is, again, these are very, very nicely sculpted and detailed figures. Here we have 6. He's kind of got a plain Jane accessory, which is the awesome assault rifle. This time around I actually did decide to show you guys a frag grenade, which is attached to his thigh. Again, I will be doing the size comparison with the McFarlane figure, also going over quality control issues, if there aren't any, overall detail, articulation. So without further ado, let's get started. So with 6 here, we're going to start from the bottom and work our way up. I'm going to take a look at the ankle joint here. Really nice circular movement on the ankle joint. This one is a little bit tighter than the June figure that I have, which isn't a bad thing. It's just something that I noticed is it's a little bit tighter. We're going to take a look at the 2-point articulation on the leg. This one is again a little bit tighter than the June figure, but nothing to complain about. Just really good. See there, it's a little bit tighter. Yeah, look at that. Ouch. Pinch my finger again. Hip movement. Again, nice hip movement here, not too loose, not too tight. Gonna do the same scary thing I did in my June review, which is I'm gonna show you guys one thing that could freak you out, that could happen, is popping off the leg, if it will pop off. So here we have 6's leg. I'm just gonna pop it off there. So again, you can see standard ball joint, and like with the other figures, very supple and soft, high quality rubber butt plate, or butt part, whatever you want to call it. Same thing as before. You can see right here, this spot here is a peg for the actual butt plate to slide onto, and you just pop that back on. You can maybe able to see a little bit of the ball joint mechanism for the hip as well. I'm not sure if you guys can see up in there. But again, very nice movement, very well detailed. Just going to pop the leg back on there. And with this one, because the leg hasn't fallen off like on my poor June figure, still retained a lot of its stiffness. Same thing with this leg. So overall, you know, really good articulation on my 6 figure. Really no quality differences between this and June. I'm going to take a look at the hips here. Same movement. Just nice movement. Torso, still pretty firm. No issues, no flopping up and down. Just really nice articulation there. So we're gonna check out the arms. I'm gonna go with the wrist here, if I can get this to turn. Yeah, joints on him are a little bit stiffer than June, but not a bad thing. Nice movement in the wrist. Elbow is the same, just as nice. Same thing with the floating little elbow pad here, pretty cool. I'm going to go back up to the bicep area again. Nice ball joint here. Little bit better movement than the June figure, because I think with the sniper hood not being there, you just get a little bit more range of motion, but still run into the small problem of the inner shoulder pad right there. Really great scapula joint there, which again, really nice ability to have his arm able to reach across his chest like that, so he can grip a assault rifle. If you like to mix and match the weapons, maybe he can knock out June and take his sniper rifle for a change instead of having the AR. Placement of the combat knife is different on 6. It's on his chest. You can pull this out. Now, as I mentioned, if you had seen my June review, that sometimes if you play with the knife a lot, it can fall out because it just gets loose from the wear. So just be aware of that if you do tend to play with the knives more. Just gonna fix that there. So I'm gonna get another quick glance at his back. Again, nicely detailed with all the in cuts and everything. Nice fine detail on the vertebrae plates. Okay, just really nice job. The AR, as you can see there, very nicely detailed. Not a ton of weathering on this guy. They just put a little bit on there, but you know, you don't really, in my opinion, you don't really need to crud up this weapon very much. Nice and simple. Cool feature that you can do if you don't want him holding the assault rifle is on his back here. You can see right there he has a peg or peg hole for you to be able to insert this rifle, and it actually just it snaps on really easily. I mean, that's it. And you can see the knife fell out before the assault rifle did, so that, I mean, it really stays in there, which is actually pretty nice. Knife. There we go. Okay, so now we will move on to the comparison with Mr. George from the McFarlane line. So George, if you please. Alright, let's see if he falls over. What do you think? George. That one may have been my fault. Alright, let's try this again. George. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? See, it always works. When a baby talk, an action figure, he always stands. Anyways, so here you can see we have the size comparison of George versus Noble Six, and I'll do my spiel again. Obviously you're paying a lot more money for the Square Enix line toy, and that's not to poo-poo the McFarlane figures. The McFarlane figures, for the price point, which is anywhere between $12 and $15, actually has a lot of really nice detail, really nice weathering work. I mean, the sculptors in McFarlane, they're masters, so I mean, we can't ignore that fact. The difference, the big exchange with these two is you get, because the figure is obviously bigger with the Square Enix, you get to see a lot more of the detail, and you get a ton of articulation with these. The McFarlane figures, I mean, you know, it's $15. You're not going to get the same range of movement as you are with a $50 figure. And also, I always tip my hat to Todd McFarlane, because in the 90s, we still had like these video game figures that look like, you know, dog turds, and he came along with his Spawn line and just kind of changed everything and introduced the world to affordable, highly sculpted, highly detailed figures. So we can't ignore the efforts of McFarlane Toys there, and you know, we have NECA and Square Enix now, and I'm sure there's some other ones that I'm forgetting, but you know, you get the gist of it. So Mr. George, thank you very much for providing scale. Oh, one quick note before I do remove him. He's probably around 4 to 5 inches, and 6 here is anywhere between 9 and 9.5 inches tall. So that's an approximation. I don't know if it's an exact measurement, but yeah, there's your scale comparison. Thank you, George. Yay! Okay, let's see, let's touch on quality control issues here. As I touched on before, I really haven't had any issues with 6, to be honest. His joints are a little bit tighter than the June figure that I got. And of course, I don't know if I mentioned that June survived a couple falls off of my computer tower, which are like, you know, 4.5 feet. But, you know, 6 he's in great condition. I mean, just nice detail, nice weathering, nothing over the top. Slight iridescent tone to his paint job. He's just like a standard issue kind of olive gray or brown, depending on your color tendency. Yeah, I mean, there's really not much to say about 6. I mean, he's great. If 6 is your favorite, by all means, I mean, if you have the money, absolutely get one. I got him the same way that I got June, as a spaz, and wanted to get these as soon as I could. I couldn't wait till the end of January 2011, which honestly is not that far away. But I had to have them, so there was a place on eBay that was selling them that's based in Hong Kong that is legit, had same prices that you can get them off the Square Enix site, which was $50. But I chose to go with them because I got the figure literally in a week and 2 days, and the Square Enix store said anywhere between 3 and 4 weeks. I don't know how closely they adhere to that, but again, I'm impatient and I wanted my figures, and I only ended up paying like $4 more for the shipping, so it really was not that bad of a deal. Yeah, overall, another great figure. These guys, again, are due out, from what I've read, the end of January 2011. Series 1 is made up of Noble 6, June, and Emil. Emil will be reviewed soon. He's in transit right now, so maybe in the next week or so we'll have Emil grace us with his presence. Aside from that, yeah, between $40 and $60 should get you one of these figures. And if you're going to start looking at sites before they release in the US, just beware of price gouging. I mean, Emil, I've seen, he's a little bit more expensive because he's Emil. I mean, he's a very, very cool character. I mean, everybody loves him. So you may find him asking or pulling in money like around $80 or so. So just be aware of that. And thanks for watching, guys. And as always, please check by goodgamemedia.com to see more nerd culture, gaming news, and convention coverage as we expand our site. Thanks, guys, and good game.